Hey, what's up guys, this is DarkArmedAlliance, and today I'm going to be doing an update video of my Dark Magician deck. I haven't done this video since I think Eternal Soul came out, which has been a little while. So let's do a quick update of this video, or quick update of this profile, and let's see what I'm playing this time. So it's gotten a little bit more interesting, actually. So, as always, you're going to play the Ultimate Wizard of Attack and Defense, which is his flavor text. Haha, I know I'm nerdy as shit, and I memorized that as a kid. But you're going to play 3 of the bad man himself, Dark Magician. You're always going to play 3 copies of him because he is just so damn good. Because you can get all 3 of them out in my build very, very quickly and very, very consistently. So then we're going to play 3 copies of the Magician of Dark Illusion. Let me fix that really quick. There we go. 3 copies of the Magician of Dark Illusion. And he actually has 2 abilities. And I will read them really quickly to you guys. He is treated as Dark Magician while he's on the field, and you can only use each of his effects once per turn. Basically, during your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell or trap, you can special summon this card from your hand, which is pretty cool. And if you activate a spell or trap card or effect while this card is face up on the field, you can target one Dark Magician in your graveyard and special summon it to your side of the field, which is pretty neat. So you're always going to play 3 of these because it has such quick synergy with being able to get itself out and bring out a Dark Magician so fast. So it's just really, really good. And those are both except during the damage step, which is pretty neat. He kind of made the deck run with Magician's Rod, which we'll get into that in a minute. Now, I do main deck these. You can side deck them if you want, but I don't play a side because I don't go to tournaments all that much. When I do build a side deck, but unless I'm going to one, this is just for kind of casual play. But you can competitively play with this because I have before. But I've always main decked the Kaikus because of how quickly it can shut down a deck. Because it makes it so your opponent cannot banish stuff. So it just shuts stuff down so fast that it's amazing. And if they can't deal with this, it's over. If you establish board dominance fast. Then I choose to play 3 copies of Chocolate Magician Girl. Now the reason I play 3 of her is because she adds some field presence that some of the other cards really don't. If you normal summon her on your first turn, let's say discard Dark Magician, draw a card off of her, your opponent won't attack this because they know that if they attack it, it's going to, like, let's say they summon, let's just say for instance, Blue Eyes White Dragon. They summon it against this, they swing at this while you've got a Dark Magician in graveyard, it halves that Blue Eyes attack points, and then it changes the attack target to this Dark Magician that gets special summoned out of the graveyard. So essentially their Blue Eyes becomes 1500 attack, they take 1000 points of damage, which is really sucky for them. So we play 3 copies of Chocolate Magician Girl. I've seen some people drop this for Desires, but personally I'm not a big fan of Desires. I know it's kind of a good card, but for the price tag and also my own personal opinion, I don't really like to play it. So I choose to play 3 Chocolate Magician Girls instead because of the draw power and being able to summon it without consequence. Then I play 3 copies of the Magician's Rod. With Magician's Rod, when it's normal summoned, you can add one spell or trap card to your hand that contains Dark Magician in its text, which is interesting. I know, they never really had a search card like that I can remember. Now, I may be wrong, but I haven't heard of one that's like that. And then, if it's in your graveyard, you can tribute another spellcaster to add it to your hand so you can just keep searching. I always have seen people play 3. I have always played 3 since it came out. I knew I was going to play 3. Now, I don't play Magician's Robes because, honestly, I think it's crap. But it's still got its uses, but I don't play it. Then for the final monsters, I play 2 Summoner Monks because with the amount of spells that you play in this deck, it's really easy to get it off and special summon Kaiku. And if you special summon Kaiku, then you can go into Master Key Beetle, and with Master Key Beetle, it will protect your Magician Circle. So that's a quick little combo. So we always play 2 Summoner Monks. So that's it for the monsters. Let's get into the spells, guys. So first off, I'm playing one of the new well, not really new, but it's pretty recent that's come out. Dark Magic Inheritance, and it's pretty interesting because you can banish 2 spell cards from your graveyard to add 1 spell or trap card from your deck to your hand that specifically lists Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl on it. But since you only play Dark Magician in this deck, you're only going to get out maybe Illusion Magic, Dark Magic Attack, Magician, Dark Magic Circle, and Magician's Navigation. Those are going to be your only targets. Oh, and Eternal Soul. That's going to be your targets for this, which it's nice to have, a searcher for any of those to add a little bit more consistency to the deck. And, once you play Dark Magic Veil or, say, Illusion Magic or something like that, it's dead. It's in the grave. It's not going to be used again. Might as well make use of it with Dark Magic Inheritance. So then we play 2 copies of Speak of the Devil, Dark Magic Veil. This is essentially Monster Reborn for spellcaster type monsters, dark spellcaster type monsters for paying 1,000 life. It's from the new movie pack, well, the old movie pack now, but the movie pack. Then I play 2 copies of Illusion Magic. This is essentially your searcher. You contribute a spellcaster type monster to add 2 Dark Magicians from your deck or graveyard to your hand, which is pretty nice. It kind of gets your combos going again. Like if you've got Ebon Illusion Magician on the field and you only have Dark Magicians in the graveyard, well, you can't put him back in the deck, but he only special summons, I believe, from the deck. Yeah, once per turn, detach one special someone. No, from the hand. So you can bring him back to your hand with this from your graveyard, and then be able to special summon extra ones off of him, which is really, really nice. Then I play 2 copies of Dark Magic Attack, and the reason I only play 2 is because it's rollable. Like, you can just grab it with Eternal Soul, which is pretty cool. It's just searchable with Eternal Soul, and it's really nasty when you get it, because it's just like a Harpy's Feather Duster as long as you control Dark Magician. Then I play 3 copies of Dark Magic Circle, which is this right here. I know, the money card of the entire deck. With Dark Magic Circle, you pick up the top 3 cards of your deck, and you add I believe it's either Dark Magician. You reveal 1 Dark Magician or 1 spell or trap card that specifically lists Dark Magician among them, and you add it to your hand. The other quick effect about it is if you special summon Dark Magician to your side of the field, then you can target a card on your opponent's side of the field and banish it, which is ridiculous once per turn. Then, just for consistency's sake, I play 3 copies of Pot of Duality because it does add a little bit of consistency to the deck. It is already pretty consistent, but with 3 of these and 3 of these, you're going to get your consistency. I don't play Allure because there's nothing really I want to banish except maybe a Kaiku or a Summoner Monk, so I don't play the Allures. And that's it for the spells. Let's get into the few traps that I play, which I don't play that many. I play a few, but not too many. So first off, we play the 1 copy of Eradicator Epidemic Virus. With Eradicator Epidemic Virus, you can either call spell or trap and then negate, or not negate, but destroy all spell or traps that your opponent controls. And you can look at all the face down cards and pick the ones that are either spell or trap, whichever one you call, and destroy it, which is really nice, by attributing a 2500 beater. And guess who's 2500? That's easy to get out in the deck. So we play 3 of that. Then I play 2 copies of Solemn Strike, which I still refuse to buy, so I just proxy them. I will show you at the end of the video. I want you guys to comment down below what you think I'm playing instead of Solemn Strike in this deck. But if you have Solemn Strike, don't play what I'm about to show you unless you want a more control base. But it is a spell card, and I'll let you guys guess. At the end of the traps, I'll show you what it is. So I play then 2 copies of Dark Renewal. The reason I play 2 copies of Dark Renewal is because if your opponent special summons a monster, you can target 1 spellcaster you control, which is usually going to be your Dark Magic Rod, or your not Dark Magic Rod, Magician's Rod. Tribute their monster, or send their monster to the graveyard. I believe it sends it to the graveyard. Let me make sure. Send both monsters to the graveyard. Yep, I was right. And then you special summon a dark spellcaster from your deck, or graveyard, which is really, really nice because it lets you roll into, like, think about this scenario. You have this set, you have a dark magic circle on the field, and you have, say, a rod on field 2. Okay, your opponent special summons like Utopia the Lightning or something. You activate this, tribute or send both of them to the grave. You have this on board, and they say they have 1 back row. You then special summon out Dark Magician, and after you special summon out Dark Magician, you get to banish a card. So that's why we play that. That's a quick little combo for the deck. Then I play 3 copies of Magician's Navigation. It has 2 effects. If you have a Dark Magician in your hand, you can activate this to special summon a Dark Magician from your hand and then Dark Spellcaster type monster from your deck that is level 7 or lower. If it's in the graveyard, except for the turn that it was put in the graveyard, you can banish it to negate the effect of a face-up spell or trap card, which would include Twin Twister because it's a face-up on the field during a chain, so you can negate it. I've done it on Why Go Pro, but I don't know if it's, legit. So, I think it is, but we'll just go with maybe not. But I think it is. So, then we play 3 copies of Eternal Soul. With Eternal Soul, every Dark Magician in your monster zone is unaffected by your opponent's card effects, which is amazing. It makes your Dark Magicians completely immune. And if this face-up card leaves the field, you destroy all monsters you control, which kind of sucks. But its effects are that once per turn, you can special summon 1 Dark Magician from your hand or graveyard, or you can add a Dark Magic Attack or Thousand Knives from your deck to your hand. Usually you go for the, if you don't have a Dark Magician on the field, you bring out the Dark Magician. If you do have the Dark Magician on the field, you will search that Dark Magic Attack, which is amazing. And that's it for the main deck. Let's really quickly bust through this extra deck, because it's not, you need it, but there's only really like 3 or 4 cards you really need. So first off, we play 1 Ebon High. I know, the guy on the mat. He has some interesting effects. He's not the good one, but what he does is that you can, during your opponent's turn, you can detach a card from him to activate a spell or trap, or quick play spell or a trap from your hand. If he's destroyed, you can replace him by special summoning a Dark Spellcaster type monster from your hand or deck, and then you destroy 1 card. He's okay, but he's nothing like Ebon Illusion Magician. He is nothing like him. Ebon Illusion Magician, this is like the shield, this is like the sword of the deck. With Ebon Illusion Magician, you can detach a card from him to special summon out a Dark Magician, essentially a Dark Magician. It's a normal, I think it's a normal level 7. When, let's see, once per turn you detach 1 exclusive from this card, special summon 1 Spellcaster type normal monster from your deck to your hand. What other Spellcaster type normal monster do you want to summon? Dark Magician. When a Spellcaster type normal monster attacks, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and banish it, which is amazing. Then we play 1 copy of Red Eyes for a little bit of a burn, Big Eye so we can steal our opponent's monsters, Draco Sack for a little bit more protection, and it is level 7s. The Utopia Lightning Engine, which is Utopia, Utopia Ray, and Utopia the Lightning, just for a quick 5,000 whack at your opponent. Key Beetle, like I said earlier, for the combo with Summoner Monk mixed with Kaiku, which protects your Dark Magic Circle, so you can just keep banishing crap. 101 to steal my opponent's stuff. If I don't make Big Eye, if I go into a rank 4, I make him. Giant Hand for a little bit of monster negation. 1 Castel just to bounce stuff. And then Daigusto Emerald, because I can actually target 3 monsters in the graveyard, shuffle all 3 of them in the deck, draw a card, but I can actually utilize his other effect in this deck by targeting 1 non-effect monster and then special summoning that target, which is Dark Magician, which can combo with Dark Magic Circle. So every time Dark Magic Circle goes off, once per turn, essentially, it will banish a card your opponent controls, which is amazing, which is, again, once per turn, so it wasn't broken. But anyways, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this deck profile. I'm DarkArmedAlliance. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really enjoy playing Dark Magicians. They're a lot of fun to play with. If you want to pick up the deck, it is a little bit pricey right now with Magician's Navigation and the Circle. But other than that, it's not that expensive. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to show off what that card was. Let's see, where is it? It was right there. Okay, so if you don't want to play Solemn Strike, it is Spellcaster Village. With Spellcaster Village, if you control a Spellcaster, then your opponent can activate spell cards. If you don't control a Spellcaster, you can't activate spell cards. But I do play that in case I don't have the Solemn Strikes, which I will show you guys eventually how to make these, which is really easy. But comment down below if you want me to make these in a video. But anyways, guys, this is Dark Armed Duelist. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out. See you around, guys.